Hey guys, welcome to Club Cal Online. I'm Coach Seth. I'm here with Coach Katie today. And we're going to take you guys through an upper body mobility routine. As far as equipment goes, you're going to need a mat and a couple objects. I like cans of soup. We have a couple cans of beans here because we're going to be doing some shoulder work with that. Beyond that, you're not going to need much. So if you guys have the equipment you need, I'm going to have you bring it down onto your mat on your hands and knees. We're going to warm up with a crawl today. So I'm going to have you float the knees off the floor, and you guys are just going to crawl forward. Once you get to the end of your space, crawl back. 3, 2, 1, and begin. We've got 1 minute here. If you guys have more space than that, feel free to just crawl around in circles, go sideways, go backward, forward, any position. We're just trying to warm up the shoulders in this position. Nice, Katie. If this is too much pressure for the shoulders or the hands, you can drop the knees to the floor. But I want you guys to try to keep them up as long as you can. We got 30 seconds left. Nice, Katie. And go ahead and take a couple side to side, kind of just off the mat. Yep, yeah, that works too. Keep going, guys. Keep mixing it up. Got 10 seconds left. There's really no right or wrong here as long as the knees are up and you're working, putting load into the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and stand it up. Going to do some shoulder circles. So I'm going to have Katie step right on the mat. We're going to focus on the right arm. She's going to stand up really straight with her arm right to her side. I'm going to have her lift her arm up overhead as far as it goes. Once it doesn't go anymore, she's going to allow it to rotate, and she's going to pull it straight behind her. When she gets her hand back to her hip, she's going to reverse it and go the other way. You guys can join at home. 3, 2, 1, and go. I want you guys to pretend like you have a wall right next to you, and you're trying to pull your arm away from the wall. Also, we're trying not to rotate our torso. So we're trying to get everything out of the arm and the shoulder blade. Nice, Katie. If you guys have any shoulder stuff, if there's any pain at any point during this, you're just going to avoid that spot. And so you can easily just make the circle a little more shallow in that area. Don't move into pain if you can avoid it. Got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Katie's going to rest that arm. We're going right to the other one. 3, 2, 1, and up we go. Nice, Katie. Another cue that I really like for these is I want you to chase the hand with your shoulder blade. So as Katie lifts her arm overhead, she's reaching up, shrugging up, reaching forward when it's in front, pulling back when the arm's behind her. Your torso is going to move a little bit, but just try to minimize it as best you can. I like Katie's technique. She's got her hand right here on her stomach, trying to feel if she's rotating. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're bringing it back down onto the mat, onto hands and knees. This time the knees are going to stay on the floor. I'm going to have Katie take her right arm and put her fingers right behind her ear with her elbow bent. And now keeping her pelvis and her legs super stable, she's going to rotate her elbow up toward the ceiling. She can gaze up with her eyes, and then she's going to bring it down and try to touch her elbow to her hand. She's going to reach for it. Once you guys are set up, you can start at home. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Nice, Katie. We're not putting our hand on our head. We're not putting much pressure on it. It's just behind the ear, just grazing. And the hips are super square. So her knees are staying with the same weight into the floor, and she's trying to rotate everything from her waist up. Nice, Katie. How's that feel? Tight? Yeah, that's normal. I like to use my elbow as a sight. Look up past your elbow and see what's on your ceiling, what you can get to, and each rep, see if you can get to that or a little beyond as you warm up. 3, 2, 1, and other side. Do you want to rotate 180, Katie? Yep. So now that other hand, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Nice. And don't forget to follow it with your eyes, because we're trying to move the spine. We're focusing on what's happening up in our upper mid back. Should feel a good squeeze between your shoulder blades, but you're also bringing your head along for the ride, so we're rotating our neck. Awesome. Katie's doing a fantastic job of keeping her pelvis square and keeping her legs from moving. Do the best you can with that. If it feels too easy, chances are you're either super bendy or you're moving your legs and your pelvis. 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice. Stand it up, guys. I want you to grab your 2 objects, cans of soup. I've seen people do this with candles. I'm gonna hand these to Katie. So now, I want you guys to get into a bent over position where your hips go back. It's a hinge. So my hips go back, my knees bend, and now my back is flat to the floor, and I'm able to support myself more with my legs than my back. The low back shouldn't feel this much. If it ever does, just stand up, shake it out, and go back down. So Katie's gonna enter that position, and you're gonna put your arms in an A position right to your side, and we're just gonna do lifts. We're gonna do lifts for 30 seconds. So once you guys are in this position, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. I want you guys to look straight at the floor, right under your face. If you look forward, we tend to stand up, and I don't want you to stand up. I want you to stay bent over. You guys are squeezing your shoulder blades every time you lift your arms. This isn't super tough yet, but you're gonna find out why we're using light weight soon. Nice, Katie. Keep on going now, guys. Now I want you to bring your arms out into a T, so closer to your face. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. This is really gonna heat the shoulders up. Again, if your low back gets sore, stand up, shake it out, and pop back down into it. We should feel a bit of a stretch in our hamstrings. That's what should be holding us here. How you doing?
Legs are shaking.
Legs are shaking, yes. Katie did a big leg workout before this, so she's feeling it. Nice, Katie. 3, 2, 1. Our last position is going to be a Y, so I'm going to ask Katie to bend over again, and now she's bringing her arms up, Y position. 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. This is the hardest one. If you guys need to set the weight down, that's okay as well. This is where we don't need much weight. Can of soup should be about 1 pound. Yeah, legs mostly? Yeah. Sure. Keep it up, guys. Keep going. Keep getting your reps. You got 10 more seconds. Keep feeling that squeeze in your upper mid back. 3, 2, 1, and set that down. Shake your arms out. Shake your legs out if you're feeling that a little bit. Nice. For the next thing, guys, you just need one of your weights. I'm going to have Katie down in a quadruped position again, hands and knees. This time I want you to grab the weight, bring the elbow up straight to the side, and we're going to do some external rotation of the shoulder. So once you guys are set up, you can begin. We're going to go for 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Same cues as we did on that last move. The hips don't move. Here I want you guys to get the shoulders square with each other. So if you put a book on your back, it would be very flat. And we're just focusing on rotating this upper arm bone. Nice. If this becomes too tough, or if that weight you have is too heavy, set it down and keep going with no weight at all. As always, if there's pain, we want to manage that. In this position, if you have pain, you can just bring your elbow closer to your side and continue rotating. For most of us, that'll make it go away. We're almost there. Is it burning yet? Mm-hmm. We got 3, 2, 1, and break. Gonna rotate 180 again. So we're setting it up on the other side, guys. 3, 2, 1, and rotate. Nice. With that hand that's on the floor, you guys can go to a fist, flat palm, move the hand around, whatever you need to. We're just focusing on that rotation. Nice, Katie. That elbow is going to try to drop to the floor over time. Remind yourself to keep it lifted. Is it tougher on this side? Mm-hmm. Hang in there, guys. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Setting that down. Roll those shoulders out a little bit. We're going to go back to the move we just did, and we're going to redo both of them one more time. So we're grabbing both our objects, standing up, getting those hamstrings ready. All right, so we know what's coming. We're going to do the A, we're going to do the T, we're going to do the Y. Let's try to do that with minimal break this time. So find your hinge position, looking at the floor. 3, 2, 1, and A lifts. Nice, guys. Good position, Katie.
Better this time.
Yeah, good. For a lot of us, we are a little bit higher than we think we are, and then it starts to hit our traps and our neck. So just lean down a little bit more than you think you should. 3, 2, 1, arms straight out to the side, T. Nice, Katie. Keep feeling that squeeze between your shoulder blades every time you lift. This is really going to heat the shoulders up. If it becomes too much of the weight, you can set the weight down and just keep going. Nice, Katie. Feeling the shoulders now? Mm-hmm. Toughest move coming up. 3, 2, 1, move to that Y position. Awesome. Katie, drop that weight, totally okay. Again, if the low back's starting to get sore, stand up, shake it out, and then come right back down. Hang in there, guys. I know you want to break. 10 more seconds. Stay down there. Really squeeze at the top of every rep. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Do you feel any low back or just legs?
I feel it in my back and legs.
Cool. Upper back?
Yeah.
All right. Down to the floor. Quadruped. Rotation again. Grabbing our can, grabbing our weight, whatever it is. Bringing that elbow high. 3, 2, 1, and rotate. Maybe drop this shoulder just a little bit. Nice. It doesn't matter how many reps you guys get. Even if you just get 5 really good reps during this time, that's okay. I want you more to focus on what you're doing. Think, I'm rotating as much as I can, safely, pain-free, getting a good squeeze. 15 seconds. That supporting arm is probably getting tired as well. Hang in there, guys. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Set that down. Switching sides. It's the last time we're doing this rotation, then we're going to move on. 3, 2, 1, and rotate. Nice, Katie. Good control. Again, don't rush these reps, guys. You might just be cranking them out, going really fast. Slow it down a little bit, just enough that you can feel it, think about it. Even if you don't want to think about it, because it's probably burning a little bit. Nice job. Lift that up just a little bit more. Yep. Hang in there, guys. 10 more seconds. Mobility is tough work. Hang in there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Relax for a second, roll those shoulders out, move your arms around. Next up, you guys can grab some water and just watch our next demo. I'm gonna have Katie lay on the mat, head toward me. We're gonna keep using those cans of soup or whatever you have. I'm gonna have Katie lay right on her stomach, chin on the floor, chest on the floor, hands at her low back. She's gonna pull her arms up toward the ceiling, squeeze right between her shoulder blades. She's gonna open her arms up, and we already set these objects out here, and she's trying to stay above them. So arms are getting tired. If you guys want a challenge, use some objects to avoid. If it's already tough enough, you don't need anything. We're gonna have her do one more rep. She's bringing her arms all the way around. And really, right here at the top is the toughest position. Try to get your arms straight. We're gonna do this for 45 seconds, guys. So set it up, laying on your stomach, hands at the low back. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Nice, Katie. Or lady.
Katie lady.
Katie lady. Nice job. You guys are gonna wanna lift your chest and your chin. It's gonna make it easier. Try not to. Even if your hands are touching the floor, that's okay. You're still getting a lot out of this movement. As always, if there's a spot that doesn't feel right, just stop before you get there and come back to your low back. Nice, Katie. Almost there. 10 more seconds. Maybe you can get over your objects still, maybe not. Maybe you push them out of the way. 3, 2, 1, release. That burn? Yes. Next up, guys, we're gonna pair that with some table rocks. So I'm gonna have Katie sit on her butt. She's gonna bring her hands back. Finger position here. Most of us are most comfortable pointing our fingers backward. Some of you guys I've heard from have told me that you like having your fingers in a different position, like fingers forward or fingers out, whatever position you want. But with fingers back for this demo, she's gonna pull her shoulder blades back, press through her heels, and raise her hips up. And we're gonna go down and up. You guys can join us. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Thanks, Katie. Now the focus here is mainly trying to pull the shoulder blades back. So that's where I want you guys to keep your focus. When you get to the bottom, you can relax for a second, and then as you lift, pull back, squeeze between the shoulder blades. It's one of my favorite movements if somebody has a little bit of time in the middle of the day when they're working at a desk. Just take a minute, do this. It feels really good. 10 seconds left. Nice, Katie. This one's good, not a lot of legs here.
Right.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, guys, we're gonna do those swimmers one more time. So maybe it was difficult last time, so you get rid of your objects. Maybe it was too easy. Yoga blocks are great for this. You can turn them sideways so they're higher. The higher the object, the harder this is. So we're down on our stomach, chin on the floor. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Nice, Katie. This is an opportunity to improve your handstand line. When your arms get straight over your head, try to get your biceps to ears, shrug your shoulders, and lock your elbows. So this has a lot of carryover. Nice, Katie, hang in there. If you guys are anything like me, your arms are gonna start sinking toward the floor. It's gonna feel like your muscles won't engage anymore. Hang in there, as long as it feels safe. Keep squeezing. We're almost there. One more rep. 3, 2, 1, release. Is that enough, swimmers? Yeah. All right, guys, one more set of table rocks, and then we're gonna get into the easier part. Hands back, 3, 2, 1, and lift. When I first started doing table rocks, guys, my hips were not anywhere near flat. So you guys might be there too. You'll notice a difference over time. One more note, bringing your hands closer toward each other makes this movement more difficult. One thing that's really difficult is you put a band around your wrist and you do this. That's another progression. 15 seconds left. Remember, our focus is squeezing our shoulders back. 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice. We're not done yet, but the next stuff is pretty nice and chill. I'm gonna have Katie lay in a bent knee position facing this way on your right side. Yep. So Katie's got her knees bent up into 90 degrees, both arms out in front of her. She's gonna keep both of her knees glued together and glued to the floor. She's gonna open her upper arm out and she's gonna try to touch it to the floor behind her. Nice. And you guys can follow that hand with your gaze. You guys can join in. 3, 2, 1, and go. So this is very similar to that thoracic rotation we did earlier, but now we have gravity working with us instead of against us. So it should feel really good. How's that feel? This upper shoulder, we're trying to touch the shoulder to the floor as well as the hand. Some of us will be able to. We're just rotating for reps. Again, if you don't feel a stretch, make sure you're keeping the knees glued to each other and glued to the floor. That'll make it more of a stretch. Got 10 seconds left. It's a lot of shoulder stuff going on, but also rotation of the spine. 3, 2, 1, and let's switch sides. It's one of my favorite moves to finish with because it feels really good. All right, guys, set it up. 3, 2, 1, and rotate. You guys can keep your head resting on the floor if it feels okay, or you can keep it up in the air. That's up to you. But I do want you to follow the gaze follow your arm with your gaze as you open your arm up. Do you feel some thoracic stuff? So this should really target the upper mid back, our thoracic region of our spine. Three, 2, 1, and release. We have one more stretch, guys, and then we're done. We're gonna go into a cactus stretch. So Katie's gonna lay down on her stomach with one arm up into a 90-degree position. She's gonna try to glue the front of her shoulder to the floor, and now she's just gently going to rotate her torso while keeping her shoulder glued, and we're gonna hold. 3, 2, 1, you guys can join in. Nice. Katie's using the other arm, she's just pressing into the floor, prying herself into that stretch a little bit. You guys can also get a little bit more by bringing the legs over or rotating your torso. How you doing down there?
Good. Feels great.
You gotta keep holding this, guys. 10 more seconds on this side. And release, let's switch sides. Same thing again, 90 degrees, glue the front of the shoulder to the floor, and gently stretch. If you guys can't get the front of the shoulder to the floor, that's okay. It might be enough just to stay in this position and just try to get the shoulder down. You may not have to lift your other shoulder at all. That's an okay option. So you can try different versions, just see where you feel a good stretch. Got 15 seconds left. Just relaxing, breathing into it. And 3, 2, 1, and release that stretch. You guys can come up, roll your shoulders out a little bit. Hopefully things are feeling pretty good. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for taking class, and we'll see you next time.